Good morning. Welcome to Louise Hay and Trust Life Nuggets from her Trust Life book. This one says, as I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Do you ever feel like life is not going in the direction you want it to go? How do we adjust that? How do we shift that? Well, let's see what Louise has to say, and then we'll incorporate our EFT tapping to integrate it into our bodies. All I've ever done is listen to my inner ding and said yes. What's your inner ding? Your intuition. The part of you that tells you what and guides you and tells you, okay, you really need to do that. Okay, don't do that. Louise says, as she reflects on her career as a writer and teacher, I never meant to write a book. My first book, the little blue book, Heal Your Body, was just a list I compiled. Someone suggested I make it into a book, and I said yes. I had no idea how to publish a book, but helping hands appeared along the way. It was just a little adventure. Little did she realize that her little adventure would be a bestseller and the catalyst for a self-help revolution in publishing. So she owns and created Hay House, a publishing company that publishes many, many, many books now, all about personal healing. Louise's story about giving talks follows a similar pattern. Someone invited me to give a talk, and I said yes. I had no idea what I'd say, but as soon as I said yes, I felt guided along the way. First came talks, then workshops, and then the hay rides. This is beautiful. A few gay men regularly attended my workshops, Louise recalls. Then one day I was asked if I would be willing to start a group for people with AIDS. And I said yes, let's get together and see what happens. There wasn't a grand marketing plan. She didn't target appearing on the Oprah Winfrey Show and the Phil Donahue Show. I followed my heart, said Louise. And she found in her work with gay people and AIDS, people who were suffering from AIDS in the, I don't know the time periods, but when AIDS was a really big pandemic, the hay rides, those times that she worked with people that were afflicted with AIDS, a lot of people actually recovered and had longer lifespans than they thought they would have because they didn't have the medications at the time. But she taught them these principles of loving ourselves, saying yes, of embracing life, totally embracing life. I remember when I started my writing center here, I've always considered myself and still consider myself a beginning writer. Even though I have levels and certifications and I've been tested in many ways and come out passing my tests, I still consider myself a beginning writer. And I remember when I was starting this center that we have here now, saying yes to life, I was scared, and I talked to somebody who was my mentor, and I said, I'm just really scared. And she looked me in the eye and she says, you know more than they do. Just keep ahead of them. Which was wonderful, wonderful advice. I realized, okay, I do know more than a beginning writer. I can teach beginners. And then as I progressed my education, I could progress the education of people that were with me and wanting education here. And so when we say yes to life and show up, not necessarily knowing how we're going to unfold the plan, how the plan is going to unfold, but trusting that the higher power will understand that and will be able to help us unfold that plan. That has been, if you go to my website, heartshavenranch.ca, and you look at the arena that sits there, and you look at the house that sits there, and the horses, and all the programs. This was a barley field in 2007. There was nothing here. And we just kept saying yes to life. Yes, okay. We came up to roadblocks, and I would say, connect with my intuition, my inner ding, my guide, divine, spirit, master, God, whatever you want to call them. I would connect and I would say, I'd like to move forward. I'm not sure if I should move forward. If I should, please put these building blocks in place so that we can. And and I always said, I'm willing to move forward, and I'm willing to also step back. And those building blocks were always put in, and here we are. And again, I continue the practice. Moving forward, shifting, changing. The world is shifting and changing. How do I fit into that? What now? How does this unfold? So if you can use this, go to my website, roxywright.com, and we're undergoing some changes right now, but you can, for my Qigong practice for sure, you can just click on the, because Qigong is a real foundation for all of this. And I teach all of this within the Qigong class, and the Qigong really helps you put it into your body in a daily practice, a very organized daily practice. It's very helpful. So go to my website, roxywright.com. Go to the calendar and click on one of the Qigong classes and meet me online, in person, real time. We can share stories, share the love, and let's get together and really help each other and help this whole world evolve to the magnificence that we all already are. Namaste. I love you. See you soon.